Hello and welcome back. This is going to be another two-parter. So I started the first part already, and it was me being a very sad little boy. I just had a, I rolled out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. It's not very good, is it? But no, I feel like I've sorted it out. I've got a cup of coffee that I always let my coffee go cold because I fucking can't remember it's there. Actually, it's still hot. Oh fuck. Okay, I thought it was cold. No, it's still hot, so that's good. Um, but yeah, I always make a cup of coffee and then I leave it there, and I've gone a whole day where I forgot I made it, and then I wake up the next morning to make a cup of coffee, and then I'm like, oh why, why is this full? It's just, oh no. Look, I'm special, okay? I'm a special little boy. That's what my mommy told me. My mommy told me one day, you're Robbie, you're very special, and you're gonna grow up to be a great astronaut, and you're gonna sail all the way to Mars with Elon Musk and Bill Gates. Fair. Do you one reality that I wish will happen? Uh, I hope it will, and honestly, it does seem quite probable. I'm gonna kill myself, by the way. Not real life. Haha. Haha. Not real life. Haha. You thought I would? No, no. Shit. He ran away. Fuck. Okay. Nope. There we go. Um, is that we get to the stage where we can upload human consciousness to a computer. Uh, the problem with that is you'll be able to store memories and all that, and the like, and the way people would respond, their mannerisms and all that. But would true emotion ever be not repeated? What's the word? Implemented? No, implemented's not the right word. Will true emotions ever be reciprocate? No, not recipro. The fuck? No. I don't need the computer to reciprocate. No. What do I mean? Replicated. I mean replicated. Oh my god, I made it. Oh my god, you wouldn't think English is my first language. Oh my god. Okay, but yeah, replicated. Because I I do think that there is a very fuck manan. I think I'm dead here. I do think there is this very true human side which will it's weird to say never because of the area that I'm going into. But I feel like there is just this side of human which will never be able to be replicated in computers or technology, and in the sense of, and I mean when I say human, I mean just animal sense nature as well, because you see it in animals, fucking hell, I see it in animals as well, and it's just the emotion. It's it's weird. I I personally, honest to heart, have a huge problem with uh love, just due to my oh fucking hell, due to my past experiences, and the only way I'm gonna combat it is just being truthful to it, and I never really end up getting myself that close to people anymore. I always, even though I do try and spread love and I talk about it a lot and I say people need to spread it as much as possible, I never truly try to get that close to people. It's I don't know how to say it. I love people, and when I say I love people, I really do mean it. I do love people, but I cannot what's it called? Feel that comfortable in a fully committed kind of what's it called? Relationship where I dedicate myself to one person, because then I would as weird as it sounds, I then think, well, that person's again is being a bit greedy, like, and I'm being a bit greedy because then the way that it's structured is that they're supposed to dedicate their whole life to me, and I don't want that. I want them to be able to dedicate their life to other people as well. I just feel like I'm being, what's the word? Taking too much out of their life. Why does this other human being in this world have like to have this ownership over you. You are a free person. You shouldn't be able. You shouldn't rely on others. You yourself are the primarily target that you should be greedy to. So you should be greedy to yourself, but also very hypercritical of yourself. But anyway, that's another tangent. Um. So I can never see myself being that engaged with another human being. Um. Just yeah. I can't. It's weird. I just can't. I can no longer imagine it in my head. It's weird. I used to see it. I used to see it uh before, but now I'm more just I see myself as a lonesome person along a road. Uh kind of well no there are a couple of people which I could see myself having a future with. There actually are, but I'm a shy person, so I won't go into details. And to be honest with you, another thing is it's always self-critical of myself, and people always tell no, Robbie, but I do think that I am just a bit of a slob, and like I do question how could anyone be attracted to uh something like me where I do like I just do some really disgusting shit, and I know I do, and I'm not afraid to admit that I do. And I am not willing to change that just yet. Cause right now it got me some free food. I had some day old mash off a plate like leftovers, and I got free food because I'm so disgusting. Isn't that cool, ladies and gentlemen? But yeah. Anyway, anyway, yeah. I'm not willing to change that fact about me. I feel like that's just who I am, and unfortunately, that's not a very attractive characteristic, is it? Anyway. Where was I going? Where was I? I was talking about love. Oh yeah. So not being able to replicate human love, in machines is one thing I think will forever stay true. There is just something there which, even though I haven't fully experienced it, I can see it. I can see just how this emotion can bring the most overhyped joy that I've ever seen in people, and it just makes me smile. And I've also seen it completely make people disregard the fact they have a brain. So it's an emotion which is just hard to pin down. Everyone you ask, I feel, will give a different answer to love. They will all, every human has a different um way of experiencing it. And then, however, even though everyone has a different way of experiencing it, it's a shared collective between humans, which is it's like trying to put that into a fucking code. That's like that computer science problem, which it's like I can't remember. It's like solve n problems. So I can't remember. It's like some computer science question that was put out there, and you get 1 million if you manage to solve it. But many people just believe it isn't solvable. Fucking the fuck you mean, Java code geeks? You fucking virus! Get out of my computer! I'm gonna hack your nan, and I'm gonna tell her that. You fucking. Oh, oh! Sorry. I'm very sorry. I went on some website probably to get some code about Java, and now I have some sort of notification. It won't go away. It won't go away. Are you kidding me? No. Oh my god. Okay. Whoo! Okay, you could probably freeze frame, and maybe there might be some incriminating stuff. Probably not, but like, nah, there wouldn't be anything that I would give a shit about. But look at that fucking speed, boy. I couldn't even see that. I could. Oh, fuck. I'm getting so fast. Oh, tab. I'm gonna fucking enter the Olympics. Olympics of computers. I'm gonna be the fastest alt tab that anyone's ever seen. I'm gonna do it in 5 milliseconds every time. No one will be able to know. No one will know what to do with themselves when they see me alt tab on the scene. They'll be like, "Damn that boy! Damn that boy got a fast fingers." I'll be glad to see what he's like in the bedroom. Oh, jeez. Um, but yeah. Where was I going? Oh yeah. So yeah, the reason why I would think a lot about how I don't believe love is replicated is because I do have a very kind of, how could you say, hippie-ish side inside me, even though I'm following a very regimented routine like style, and that's part of my creative side, I would say. Uh, and you gotta love the trees, man. And I'm gonna fucking hug a tree, man. I'm gonna cover my naked body in leaves and post a picture of it on Instagram because I'm hashtag arty. And but yeah, no, I think there is something more to emotion, and I do think that huge corporations disregard it and then try to make everyone mindless into buying into their program, and people don't pay attention to it at all because they don't understand that these companies know how to play these chemicals in your head like a fucking instrument, and they just let it happen. And they say, "Oh, it's what it's fun because it releases endorphins in my head, and oh, I love it because I feel like I'm getting progress." But they know that's exactly what humans are. They're playing you like a machine. You're a cog in a machine in that case. Why are you living? Why do you want to just be a cog in someone else's plan? Don't you want to be running your own show? I mean, not everyone can run their own show, but wouldn't you want to be part of a show where your views and opinions are treated as equal to the person who started it? Here, you're being treated as a lower down. You're treated as a pawn in someone else's game. It, you. Why would you want that? Everyone should be equal in a team. I'm doing one of the most bullshit courses right now called Team Project, which is fucking stupid. I had to do a bunch of research into the fucking, what was it, Tuckman's processes, fucking storming, norming, absorbing, calming, fucking swarming. Oh, it's so, I hate it because it's just I think it's a bunch of pseudoscience. But in a team, everyone should be equal. There'd still be someone who should be a manager, a leader, but that person should not be like authoritarian in their leadership. They should instead be someone who is able to communicate everything for the team and communicate the words through the team. It's so there is never such a sense where authoritarian leadership gets you anywhere. And to be honest with you, that's a lie. It does get you somewhere, but you have to drop all your morals and you just become a fucking hopeless shill of a human. It's not good. No, 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 no. I'm gonna die here. Oh, baby, can't you see that you were meant for me? Oh, come here to me. We were meant to be. Come on, come on, come on. Can you do it? Can you do? Oh. Tune into channel 602 on your TV, and maybe, just maybe, it might be one of those TV channels that your parents tell you not to watch when you're 8 years old. You know, the ones where you have to scroll for a continual 10 minutes down the TV channel list, and you might find a special little woman touching a special little something. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about, don't give in to corporations, please, please. I never, I, even though my work is going to be ever so centralized on working for corporations, I really don't want to be doing that. I don't want to be doing that. Oh, it would make me sad. It would. I would be like, why am I? I know myself too well. I know if I pictured myself in that situation, I would be, why am I here? What is my purpose? I'm just a cog in a machine. I say no. I make no decisions around here. The person who makes decisions around here, I don't even know. Who's making the decisions? Oh fuck, it could be fucking SpongeBob for all I know. I but I'll never want to do that. And I know people need to get their paychecks somehow, but and this sounds very hippie as well, but you should learn to really strip back materialistic things. Video games come out like that nowadays. You can get I would say probably around 4, 5 video games are released each day now. That probably way more. Probably way more. And if you're coming into the gaming, where's that shirtless man? Is he just gone? Yeah, fair enough. And if you're coming into the gaming industry as a young person, a young entrepreneur, looking to come in, there is now so much options for you. So much. Take, for example, the 16-year-old who just won the Tetris Championship. Well, I don't know if he just won it, but he won it in 2018. My friend showed it to me. That he decided to follow that path. Look where it got him. There is so much gaming media out there now. You can go down multiple different paths. I ended up choosing grinding looters and shooters. I love the grind. Why? Because it has tons of data in it. You can take percentages into account, the gun stats into account, the amount of time it takes for something to happen into account, and then calculate all this. It's calculations, a lot of calculations. It's like maths in video games. It's beautiful, but what's it? Uh, you can just do whatever you want, and that's beautiful. This medium offers so much. I mean, the same with TV medium. The problem is, for some people nowadays, especially me, watching TV, I don't feel proactive anymore. Unless it's a very psychological TV show where it makes you have to think. Um, which, to be honest with you, come rare and few nowadays, in my opinion. Luther was good. The Wire, apparently very good. Even though I know Game of Thrones is critically acclaimed, I know I couldn't sit through that. Because it's just people explaining story and then you have to guess and you're just guessing what's going to happen next. You're not critically thinking about what's going to happen next. I don't know. Like I can't comment because I haven't seen it, but it didn't seem that appealing to me. It felt like just someone saying a fantasy story with flashy actors and shit. Um but I don't know. I even with The Wire being out, I haven't watched that either. I think I just can't sit through TV shows anymore. Don't know why. Just yeah, yeah. I I don't know. I was gonna say it's because I'm lazy, but isn't watching a TV show quite lazy? Maybe. Maybe. I need that. I need that back. Uh, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Boop. Pop. Ooh, new skin. Uh, so just press the enter key twice, but I spammed it and pressed it about 500 times. I don't know if my keyboard is clipping over the mic. That wouldn't be very happy because I try to push my keyboard away from the mic as further as possible. Hopefully, no mic has come through. I can smell weed. I can smell it. Living in this place, I can smell it almost every fucking hour. It's worse than London. Damn. Anyway, uh, I lost my track of thought now because I could smell weed. What a stoner! I don't even smoke. I don't even smoke. You want to know why? Because I can't. I cannot handle it. I don't understand why. It makes me seem like one of those people who just make shit up to like try and not smoke. Who's like, oh, uh, I don't smoke because when I do, I kill people. I don't know, but when I smoke, I cannot focus on anything. I lose. I can't hold on to what talking or conversation. I can't hold on to as weird as it says, hold on to real life. I just zone out too easily. Anything that people were saying to me in that moment, in that time, I just don't know what they were saying. I I try my absolute hardest. I seriously do, and because I hate coming across as rude in like situations where it's like social. Because there's nothing worse than you're trying to have a conversation with someone and they just don't listen. And I just cannot hold on to conversations. I don't know why. I mean this may sound rude, but it's I in my head I see a lot of conversations that people have in very kind of normal situations. It's just you could replace it with any kind of different topic of conversation and it would be a very similar thing. Like you could talk about, oh, my course is going well, the tests and all that, just fluffer, or oh yeah, we took pictures at this place yesterday. Oh, we went on holiday to name any country. We saw the name any what's it called, monument, and we ate name any local food. Uh, it's all it can all be replicated all around the world. Just plug and play. Imagine like formatting in code where you create a format in a text string and then you can just plug in any words you want in the spaces. That's what those conversations feel like. And it makes me seem like a dick. And I really don't mean to be. I'm sorry. I just can't. I love humans, but I can't do it. I can't sit through those conversations. The thing is though, people can't sit through conversations that I'll have though because they will find it boring as shit. It'll be me going on about like video game stats and shit like that, and uh stuff that's happened in the video gaming world. And like the thing is though, you can hold conversations about video as weird as it sounds, you could hold conversations about video games and um stats, maths, probabilities, fucked up things that's happened in the world. That's another one of my things. I like looking at the very morbid side of life because not many people like to view it, whereas I absolutely love it. Um but you can look at all this stuff uh, and just there's so much to talk about now, thanks to the internet. Before, these topics of conversations would be very hard to come across because not many morbid things happen to a person in life, and not many video games could be acquired by someone in their life. Now, conversation has evolved. You could do all this. I mean, before you could have conversations about holidays and stuff like that, like as people do now. But now conversation could be take on whole new meanings thanks to the internet. I don't even need to. I could. People don't even talk. They look at their phones. That even though I'm a huge technology buff, I, oh, I just don't like that. I don't like that. If I was sitting in a place and everyone was looking at their phone, I would feel weird. I couldn't sit there. I always, whenever I'm in a social situation, as I always refrain to not look at my phone. It's probably another reason why I refuse to upgrade my phone because I don't want to sit there on my phone. It's like everyone's like, oh, but everyone else does it. I don't care. It looks stupid. Have you ever looked at a group of people on their phone at a table? No, no one's looking at each other. Everyone's looking down. You know what the psychology people say? When you're looking down, that normally means you're depressed. It, looking down at your phones is just making people more and more fucking depressed. Fucking look up at the sky, look at the birds, look at the trees. That's what my karate teacher always told me. My karate teacher never look down at the mat. If you're performing or doing something, keep your chin up. Don't look down. It shows that you're nervous. It shows that you're fucking scared of being up there. And then no one else wants to watch you because now they all feel those awkward tensions subconsciously by a fact. Body language is so much more bigger than people think. Think about it like this. I was telling my friend this. There are multiple different ways you can interpret a line of dialogue, but there's only one way of phrasing words in a line to make it sound right. So if you were to say, I don't know, fuck you, just two words, okay? There's only one way to organize that phrase. You have to say fuck and then you have to say you. But there's multiple different ways for it to be interpreted through body language and tone of voice, which is I would also consider body language. Um, so fuck you. You could say that in a very aggressive way. That means hatred. You could say fuck you in a kind of jokey way to a friend. You could say fuck you if you're like kind of crying in a sense, like kind of in a I don't know down state, which in a sense was like kind of like that could in a crying sense you could have two different ways. You could then have a way where it's you're saying fuck you crying because someone's really broken you, or you could be doing it because you're crying with joy. It it's like people may walk past and they may see you crying with joy. Uh, actually, where am I going with this? I don't know. But fuck you can be used in a what's it called? Loving sense. Uh, in a weird way. Still, depending on if their body's really shriveled up and they say fuck you, like with their head to the side, and they go fuck you. You can that could mean like a very kind of that's a fuck you that they didn't want you to hear, but they wanted to say, and you can hear that through their body language. I feel like I am fishing for examples with this one, but I still think there is a more. There were two confident examples I could talk about where it was like fuck you in an aggressive way, fuck you in a friendly way. And that's two ways of saying one line of dialogue, two different ways that can be interpreted through body language, only one way of saying it. So always keep that in mind. Your body says more to someone than your words. So always focus on what your body's doing when you're sitting there. Always. If you're in an interview, don't sit small. Don't sit with your legs closed, with your hands on your lap, and you're tucking your elbows in. Okay, spread your legs apart. Fucking man spread. I don't care what those fucking feminists said. Fucking woman spread. Like doesn't matter. Don't slouch your arm over the chair though, because then that just makes you look like you're being too cocky. Just have your legs open, have your arms free and bouncy, bounce them around, bounce. Wow, wow. Keep them flowing, keep them flowing. And whenever you talk, try to like use your hands to how could you say a point. Make them emphasize your words. Like when you say something, kind of just I don't know. I feel like I've been quite lucky and it's come quite natural to me. But once I've looked into it and the courses I've taken, you just you just got to do it. I could see it a lot in people which haven't had it naturally, and you I could see that their body language is not right and it's going to be interpreted horribly. But no one's going to want to watch a someone whose body is very small and doesn't move around just doesn't move around a lot, and it's kind of I don't know, just always had their chin down. It's you have more energy. Come on. You you love what you're doing. You're here to prove to these people this is what you want. You're here to prove to them that this is what you love. And if you're there to not do that, like I mean actually maybe if you're going for like a McDonald's job, I mean you're still there because you love the fucking money. I don't know, maybe do you know what? Fuck it. Take more pride in your fucking McDonald's job. I don't care. Oh, I work at McDonald's. Oh well, whatever. Take pride in it. You've got a job. Many people don't. Okay? They do some more. Don't be like over enthusiastic at the till, but just be friendly. Have like a just have a good open body language. So if someone comes to you at the till, be like, "Hello there, may I take your order?" and all that, and you sound write it down and all that, and okay, thank you, yeah, and quick and easy because that's what people want. But just don't speak like, "Oh, may I take your order?" Oh, don't, don't be like that. Have a little bit more pep in your voice. You don't need a crack joke, sir. You don't need to be like trying to treat them as if they're your best friend from 50 years ago. I mean, there might be the right time and opportunity if you can read their body language and how they're coming across. But For now, just always focus on your own, and then you can start to focus on others. Just perfect yourself before you start trying to perfect others. Always. Always, yeah, that's one thing. Always focus on changing yourself before trying to change others. Because then you just come across as a hypocrite and a fucking idiot, it, to put it bluntly. So many people are always way too eager to point out other people's flaws before their own. Everything you do, you should point out your own flaws before others, because otherwise we're gonna live in a society where everyone just blames each other and no one is willing to take the blame on themselves. That's why when you see big business people and big corporations, whenever you see them saying being able to blame themselves and take this bullet for their team, that's a business person that I can get behind, and that's a corporation that I could see myself working in. But only if that person could do that, and because that then tells me, just a statement like that then tells me that I believe this person has huge engagement with their team. They probably speak to their team. They probably go around and talk with them instead of just being one of these higher ups which you never see. It so yeah, always always focus on yourself. Well, no, whoa. No, don't do that. That's selfish. But yeah, you know what my gist is. There was a point in this video where I was just probably walking around this what's it called, station here, not doing anything, and that was because I was getting, I was doing hand motions myself in real life to try and get across the point more, just so I could understand what I'm actually trying to talk about. I mean, even now as I'm playing, I notice just naturally to me, I do hand motions just every so often. So if I'm like, so for example, if I'm driving in a straight line, I'll take one hand off the mouse, or just to try and emphasize a point to myself. It, I don't know. Just it's something that should really be worked on. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there on a good note. I am feeling so much better. It's fucking amazing what this game helps me do. I don't understand. It's weird. Compare my voice now to how my voice was in episode 1 right now, and you'll start to see what I'm talking about with body language. It's 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 incredible. I'm so grateful for Borderlands 2, and it's why I'm so worried that Borderlands 3 might end up as a corporate shill. But you never know. You never know. Hopefully it won't be. But yeah, I'm feeling so much better, and I'm gonna do a Java paper. Well, not do a Java paper because I've already done them all. Gotcha there. No, I'm just gonna browse over them and browse over my notes, make sure I'm all prepared for tomorrow, and then good early night sleep and wake up at 6:30 for it. Oh lordy, it's good to be productive. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. I've never done an outro before, but I don't know why. I'm in such a good mood now. Thank you so much if you're still watching and listening. You are a beautiful person. Please love yourself, because you can do anything you want. You just need to push yourself to do it, as I was talking about in episode 1. Just believe in yourself. You are you. No one else is going to change that. You push what you think is right forward. But don't be afraid to take it. You know what? I'm just going on some fucking other tangent. I can't stop talking. Okay, take care.